I think managers, everybody has accountabilities and KPIs or OKRs or whatever they need to achieve.
Yes.
And sometimes you
Yes.
get lost in those off and forget that you're dealing with people. And it's just funding them and bringing them back to that place to go, hey, I understand that you need to achieve these things, but you're not going to achieve it by treating people like that, or by listening, or not communicating, or not getting people engaged. By getting people on the journey with you, you'll see the results come through. I think throughout my career, and I think this is possibly why, HR isn't something that was thought of while I was at school, is because it's kind of more of an emerging profession, I guess.
Yeah.
It's that lack of understanding about what HR brings to the table. That's probably macro level thing that a lot of leaders and people who have been around for a long time still don't quite comprehend. What can HR do? HR now is getting more and more seats at the table. What are they bringing to the table? It's more strategic. It's not just policies and procedures. So enlightening them on what you can bring, that we're not just a cost center anymore, we're a growth center. Be part of that process. So that's exciting too, to be part of this change, I think.
How does someone in a HR position mold that or influence that decision making that HR can be part of the strategy, decision making process, the growth plans? How do they influence that, and how do they communicate that?
For me, it's about understanding board or your ELT, what's the driver? The vet, yes, is stats. So you come with stats and you talk to those stats. That's sometimes odd for the HR profession because we're talking about people. But if you're in a company that's about, well, all companies are about making money, right? But if you're in a company that's in a growth mindset, how are you planning for that? What are you doing? What are you implementing to that, so that you're talking to the language that your teammates are talking to, and not just coming in and saying had resignations and hires this month. They probably don't want to hear that, but they want to know, people engaged, do they like what they're doing? Can we better that? Do we need to do training and development?